So I was trying to like think of a way of describing it. It's kind of like you know, like tip of the tongue where you know the word but it just does not come to you. It's kind of like that, very like all the time. I was a very quiet kid, so I remember I talked. So I tried to talk like my father. He also, I say, speaks funny, but maybe that's just because now I'm hindsight 2020 and place on. But I think there was like I would say I don't know. I have sorry, I'm just trying to form my words. Um, like I think it was definitely there. It's just no one in around me really paid attention, if that makes sense. So especially in a small town, there's not really a lot of resources for these um, this disorders. Basically, there's no SLP or anything like that. So yeah, I do think it was there. I just think it wasn't really explored. The classic example is like kids will grow out of it, like they'll mature out of it, which clearly is not true. When it first came into like, I very became aware of it was probably in high school. I send it, put in assignments and everything would be correct. Like they would say, this is a perfect essay, whatever, whatever. But I lose marks all the time for my grammar errors. So or I'd have to like call my mom and be like, hey, what's this? Like, I know the word, but I don't know the word. I have, um, the university has, or I've been accused of academic dishonesty because of my writing. The professor had assumed that, because like when you read my writing, it looks very, uh, there's very little morphemes. So he thought a Chinese student had written my essay. Say I'm making a resume, I have to get someone to check it, or like I'll give the example of I didn't include the I on my last name, and no one could contact me for those months. Stuff like that. Just like it's so minute and so uh, not necessary, but it happens. So, but that's nothing that I can't deal with, of course. So, stuff like that. It's just these little things that you don't really think of until you have to think about them. Like if I'm at a cafe, coffee shop, like I kind of try. I will plan before I say anything, so that I know exactly. Like I go in with a plan, or else I will flubber around and it'll just get embarrassing. So I do it, and I do this quite even with I making friends. I have like scripts that I will go through. My questions aren't novel; they're actually just a mirror of what the person is saying too. So with a little twist to make it individualized. Not everyone knows I have DLD, and if I say like, hey, or like, oh yeah, I'm doing DLD, I text me too. I have to explain every single time what DLD is, and so now I just say learning disorder because, or language disorder because it's much quicker and people get touched on quicker. So there's like ways I've tried to solve around it, but yeah, I think a community is not necessarily developed yet, so hopefully this will help.